Hey, welcome back, people. Just got back from a very long lunch. Massive improved weather since this morning. Huge difference in the weather. It's not sunny and it's not warm, but it is bright, and I don't only mean the colour of the lady's lovely sari. Yeah, we might end up, just as we did yesterday, with a rather colourful end of day inspection. And it is an end of day inspection. The reason it's an end of day inspection is that we are now into winter hours. They started yesterday. A lot of you will have seen yesterday's video that featured the Blues and Royals in their winter cloaks for not the first time this year. Obviously they were in the cloaks earlier in the year, and they were in the cloaks once on a very, very rainy day at the end of the summer. But that was the first time that they'd adorned winter cloaks in many months, and the cloaks will now stay until next April. Today, however, is the first time we've seen the lifeguards in winter cloaks for, well, I mean, I don't even remember. It's been a while, yeah, a good many months. I honestly can't remember the last time it was. It was so long ago that I don't want to guess because I don't know. But it's been a good while, so it's actually a pleasant thing to see it. The tourists that are arriving here this afternoon are quite lucky. This morning was murky. A lot of you will have seen today's video where the horse kind of had a little protest. That horse is Holcomb, I later found out. Massive thank you to you-know-who for telling me that was Holcomb this morning. Holcomb did settle down, and all was well in the end. However, the horse that replaced Holcomb, I can't comment on the name of the horse that replaced Holcomb, not at the moment anyway. I will hopefully have that info later. But the horse that replaced Holcomb, because the horse came out a little bit quickly, in other words, the horses arrived, the lifeguards dismounted, they brought the two boxmen out, okay, and obviously the other horses were already put into the stalls, they were given breakfast. The trouble is, because Holcomb didn't want to settle down at all, when he came out, he hadn't quite finished his breakfast. And what they didn't realise is that there was a bit of straw, actually quite a bit of straw, stuck in glorious Holcomb's bits. Luckily, Holcomb was very close to the end of his time, it only being obviously half a shift. Sorry, the horse that replaced Holcomb, rather, it being halfway through the shift already, didn't have long to wait. So that horse was then taken off. So there were actually two horses, Holcomb first, who was the one that refused to work and was taken off and replaced. The replacement horse had, that straw stuck in its bit. I did wonder for some time this morning why the officers were standing so close, and the guard had, in fact, had asked, could you just make sure nobody gets too close to the horse? He's a little bit restless because of the straw. So they were actually preparing a new horse to replace the new horse, which would have been the third horse in 1 hour. However, because it was so close to the end of the shift, if it was better to leave the horse there for literally 5 minutes before replacing the replacement with the replacement, if that makes sense. I mean, personally, I've never seen more than one replacement. Hiya, Tony. More than one replacement in a single shift. So that was almost. I don't know if that would have been a lifeguard first. I don't think anyone that I know of has ever spoken about there being two or a double replacement in the space of 1 hour. So that said, I dare say it's happened in history. Trouble is, look, this cheeky horse is like, hold on, replacement? That sounds good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a bit of that myself. Actually, wait, I'm not going to focus on this horse, otherwise he might decide to quit and go back into the stables as well. The horse at this end, let's see who it is. Oh, it's another virtually flawless Cav black. We have got a teeny weeny bit of a sock at the front and a teeny weeny bit at the back. Wait. Oh, in fact, it's both of the right feet have little cheeky socks. Again, don't know the name of this horse. Looks like a bit of a nibbler. Either that or he's not a fan of pink hair. I mean, it could be either, to be fair. But yeah, this looks pretty happy, to be honest. Look. Oh, just notice that teeny weeny star as well. Micro star. Look at that, glorious, eh? is another absolutely lovely horse. I will try and find out. This one's quite distinctive actually. Those teeny weeny socks and that tiny little star. Yep, I'm talking about you. Makes this horse pretty unusual actually. Even in HCAV terms. It's a tricky one to decide which end to stay at. The light is actually pretty good along the front this afternoon, apologies. It is after lunch now. Looking up at the clock tower, there are rain clouds and I can feel occasional little spits of rain. However, worst case scenario, it decides to chuck it down. I'm prepared, guys. Try it. Nope, I didn't rubber up. However, I have got an umbrella if absolutely necessary. Hopefully it won't be. It's so much more pleasant to casually film and enjoy what I see here without having to constantly worry about the monotony of carrying an umbrella. Wait, what? Is she actually seriously doing that? Super odd. Yep, so that was a grown woman, folks, not that you believe it. Oh yeah, this one's a nipper. I'll definitely try and find out which horse this is. So here comes the guard.
Pero sí es verdad que la mayoría son los que se ven son negros.
There's just people moving respectfully out of the way. If that glorious red cloak, scarlet cloak, doesn't exude authority, I have no idea what does. Oh god, here she is again, look. Let's hope the guard decides to turn around quick while she's getting her picture. That would be a classic. Oh damn it, not so lucky. There we go, third time lucky. Good number of people here actually now. But luckily not in the guard's way. This guard would absolutely not hesitate to shout in their faces. If he had to do it, he really would let rip. I was wondering if he was going to go into the tunnel, but no, he's heading back into the arch. Okay, that's good. Oh, oopsie. Oh, the Saudi guy just got nipped super hard. Lippy whippy. Yeah, he's not a happy bunny, look. He's like, can't believe it. That Habibi horse just nipped me. Wait, let's see if he comes back again for a second go. 1 second, I think they're still debating if it's smart to go back. He's like, our horses don't nip like this. Nope, he's had it. He's out of here. It's done. Actually, wait, I think they're going to try with the other horse. Let's see. You'd think, actually, having been nipped, that they probably decide, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. Because, funnily enough, this one's the nipper, actually, guys. This is actually the nippier of the two horses. So if they come up to this end, hoping to get a respite from nippy number one, they're in for a surprise. Big if. No, I think they're going to chicken it. I mean, after that, that was a pretty serious. You see how the horse lunged out like a recoiled python. It's like, don't even get close. Brilliant. Caught that just in time, didn't we? Actually, very lucky. The nippy horses, for many reasons, are my favourite, and not least because they are perfect tourist deterrent. However, yeah, it's super frustrating not to know which one is on. I won't speculate because I'm not sure. I've got an idea. Uh-oh. Let's hope that he doesn't nip Granny, everyone.
Pas trop près. Allez, vas-y, calme.
Nope, that's it. Very smart Granny. Moving back.
T'es nul, Hugo, vas-y. T'es vraiment nul, hein, franchement. Mais tu te mets pas tout près, hein.
Guys, just to confirm, I'm not in Paris. It might sound like it, but no, I'm not. 100%.
Ok, qu'ils se mettent chacun d'un côté, je vais faire une photo. Allez-y.
C'est bon.
Ouais, et vous allez m'en là. Ah ouais.
I think the pennies drop, guys, that I'm filming. Just a hunch, but hey, you know what? You roll up or not. There are two horses here at the end of the day. Notice the horse is completely pretending that there's no one there. The horse is directly focused forward. Is that tourists? Which tourists? Yep, horse couldn't care less. Tourists are like all or no, horses like all or nothing. Oh, her friend is telling her to get closer, but she's reluctant. Look. Smart woman. She doesn't know the horse is a nipper, but hey, it is. Smarty, smarty, smarty. The people at the other end are being super careful, in fact, which to my mind is a good thing. For two reasons. One, wait, sorry guys. I was thinking then, and I almost walked into that guy's head with my camera. 1 second, let me focus on this end. Teeny weeny bit close there, actually. The camera almost entered his left nostril. So I was saying the tourists are right to be a little bit apprehensive. At the end of the day, familiar with horses or not, they are unpredictable, especially this one. He's like, you know what, stop talking about me. I'll show you unpredictable. As we saw this morning, that horse was super relaxed when it came out, and then boom. Weird error message, guys. Apologies for the beeping sounds on my gimbal. It's being a bit odd today. If I need to reset it, it's playing up. I actually did order a new one yesterday. It should be here tomorrow, so it doesn't actually fundamentally matter, even if it's not going to work again today. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying. It's a very peculiar error. So let me pause it and see if I can fix it. And theory, like Arnie said. I'll be right back. Okay, and we are back. Give a reset. No guarantees it will stay working, but for the moment, let's hope it does. That belt is for the 44, which is pretty much ideal timing. Why? Well, one, the guard's about to come out, and two, perhaps more importantly, we will get new horses in 15 minutes. I'll turn if the guard comes out. He's supposed to. I can't think of any reason why he won't. Unless he's decided to do what the horse did this morning and say, you know what? Nah. Also, Big Ben. It was Big Ben, folks. Bing bong. I think the camera on the microphone probably just about picked that up. I hope it did. We didn't get too much time actually to see the other horse at the other end, which is unfortunate. But after the guards finish his rounds, here he comes. I will focus on that other horse. It's good to see the tourists getting out of the guard's way. How that cloak shimmers, in the light. Spectacular. As the Frenchies would say, c'est trop beau. 100%, eh? Sorry, I'm not talking about the guy's big head that just got in the camera. I'm talking about the guard's glorious winter cloak. C'est trop beau. And what's better than a guard in a winter cloak? Two guards in winter cloaks, either side of a glorious horse. In fact, I can't decide what is shinier, guys. The guard's boots or the horse's hooves? What do you think? Actually, wait, you know what? Scrap that. Helmet, definitely shinier. Sure if I was getting a sort of midday grooming here, gently. Everyone's being very respectful. So look, instead of sort of rushing forward and being like, hey, guard, get out of the way, I want my pictures. All the tourists are standing way back. Boom. He seems happy. And back in. That will be the final rounds of the day, in fact, actually, for this guard. Bear in mind we're coming to 3 o'clock. So that was, the 45-minute rounds at 3. He goes in, and that's it for the day. Now we're on to winter hours. The guards are on the same schedule as the horses. Or rather, the foot guards, chitsmen, gatesmen, are on the same schedule as the horses. They are finished at 4 p.m. So 2 hours less work actually in the winter. That's right, horsey, I know. Yep, they finish the same time as you. Yep. And you thought you were special, but sadly you're not. Everyone is done at 4 o'clock, and it will stay like that, I believe, until the end of April. So it's a good period of time between now and then. It's a lot of time saved. Oh, there's a couple of police unicorns coming through. Look at this. They're charging through, in fact, look. Tourists moving out the way pretty damn quickly. It's almost as though, in fact, looking at it, as though these two beauties are chasing the sun. Either that or the horses have realised that there is actually light at the end of the tunnel. How's about that, eh? Blinding. Beautiful. In this light, wow, that really is a sight to behold, isn't it? Especially one on the right, goodness me. Look, notice the officers are happy to stop. One, to let tourists get pictures, but also, and this is a very, very thoughtful thing, people often ask if their kids can touch the police horses, and yes, they can. It's absolutely fine, as you can see. If I were not so focused on that pending change at 3, I would actually go over and ask the officer. I recognise that officer. He, in fact, is the officer that was riding Glorious George a few weeks ago. He's a very polite chap. But yeah, that unicorn, we'll wait until next time. This morning there were a couple of shouts inside, but nobody was majorly disrespectful in terms of walking into the arches and getting told to move. This lady has inadvertently dressed exactly like a guard. Look, she's even got the same scarlet coloured top. Lovely. A tribute, a guard's tribute. Impossible not to like that, eh? Oh, I wonder what he was going to do with the umbrella then. Glad it wasn't behind him, otherwise I'd have one less eyeball. So hold the umbrella, hold my water, take my picture. Lady smiling at the camera. I don't want to cut her lovely purple hair out, but hey. Very seasonal, in fact, that colour. Reminds me of a tin of Quality Street. The lady's lovely purple hair. More people turning up, ready for their pictures. Decent ebb and flow through here this afternoon. Today is the penultimate day of the British school holidays. So tomorrow, not universally, but tomorrow for a good number of British school children. Yeah, it'll be the last day off tomorrow, and then back to school. Can't say I'm disappointed, to be fair. It has been very, 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 very unseasonably busy here in the last few weeks.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. We're just with the Euro tourists, but obviously all the British school kids being off school as well. Oh, that's enthusiastic, isn't it? Running over to the horse. Pure enthusiasm there. Unadulterated enthusiasm. Thank you. There's actually a guy that looks like he's feeding his hand to the horse at the other end. The second I go there though, he'll move away and somebody will come to this end. I think the other end. We've got about 7 or 8 minutes I think until the changeover. A couple of minutes here and I'll actually stay at the other end for the actual changeover. Oh, this lady's willing to sacrifice both of her hands for the horse. The trouble is this horse doesn't speak French. She's like, mon Dieu. Horse is like, I'm sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about. Go away, look. He's not in the mood, this one. Despite her lovely patience. Yeah, he really is. Yeah, look. You get quite a lot of these horse whisperer types here that think that, hey, you know what, I'll calm the horse down, but sorry, nope. These HEADBUTTED horses are absolutely, they've really got a mind of their own. Saw that this morning, we're seeing it again this afternoon. And I personally think that's one of the best things about them. Yes, they're spoiled, but you know what? They deserve to be. Okay, everybody's marching by now. I have no idea where they're marching to. That way is Westminster Abbey.
Ow! Stop walking!
Sensible parent over there, notice holding the child on the other side away from the horse. The number of people that decide to pretty much dangle their kid in front of the horse's mouth is quite shocking. Let's hope little man doesn't give the horse a cold. He really wants to be near the horse. Junior lifeguard there, guys, especially in those colours. That's a horse, right there, yep, to my left. Actually, I was secretly hoping the guard was going to ask for a phone number, but sadly, not his type. We'll focus actually on the other horse, as I mentioned, for the actual duration of the changeover. We've got about 4-ish, I think, give or take minutes, roughly 4 minutes, until that changing over of the horses at 3. That will be the final change of the day. The toys have definitely gotten wise to this one. This one is a real nipper. Yes, you are. Look, sticking his tongue out like a snake. This is actually a crossbreed with a snake, guys. This is a snorse. So yesterday we got a cow horse here, called that a course. This is a snake horse, hence snorse. That's right. No one's going to risk coming close to you, naughty snorse. Let somebody come over, please. I'm gonna bite something. Something tasted this bit. I dare say the horse knows, in fact, that that time is pretty much up. Yeah, they're being super sensible and posing like really far back. Like really far back. For 4 minutes. Actually, wait, hold on a second. Penny just dropped. Why am I outside if it's a 3 o'clock changeover? The changeover is in 3 minutes, so at any moment they're going to close the gates. And of course, it's more sensible to be inside for this one. Why? Because it's a double change. It'll be the changeover of the gatesman, shitsman, foot guards, and the boxman. All happening. Let me think. Where's the best spot? Realistically, I'm thinking around here. The trouble is, we don't know until the troopers come out how far they're going to push people back. They might push people back very far to the second line. On the other hand, they might well just be, hey, you know what? It's not super busy here. It's not packed. You don't have to push right back. It's always a bit of a gamble. I think I'm going to take my chances and be between the lines, but I'm far back enough for it not to be a problem being between the lines. Also, if this guard is going to come out, depending on how large the crowd is, he will either need to push through them, or weave his way through them, or shout at them. And he will be out before 3 o'clock. "90 seconds. I'm actually surprised they haven't closed the front gate yet. I hope I'm not... Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Lifeguards were, until quite recently, doing even hours, weren't they? So there's no way of knowing. Let's see. If the guard comes out, they're going to change over. If not, it means there won't be. Oh, he has come out. Okay, good. So they're back to doing uneven hours, like the Blues and Royals. Or so it would appear. To be honest, one never knows. Yeah, he's heading into the tunnel. Okay, good. Why? Because that means they're definitely changing over the foot relief. Sorry, changing over the guards with the foot relief. Police are also starting to move now, so yes. Fortunately... Yeah, let's... I mean, ordinarily the horse will be changed, then the foot relief. Occasionally they chop it up and do the foot relief, then the horses. My money's on the horses first. Why? Because that's more typical. So I am going to stand a little bit back here and wait for those 2 new horses to come out, which will be in roughly a minute or so from now. They haven't yet started screaming at people to get behind the line, so when that happens we know it's imminent. Very fortunate, in fact, that it hasn't rained again this afternoon. I hope it stays dry until the end of day. Okay, here we go. police are telling everybody to get their whatever's back behind the lines. Horses are ready. There we are. Look, being very firm today. Look, all the way back. Brilliant thing to see. Look at this. Officers really on it. Just as the troopers are coming out with the new horses.
Right behind the second white line.
Yeah, police are really on it this afternoon. Wow, extraordinary. Goodness me, yeah, both really on it. Everyone's been pushed right back. Look at this, look. That's what you call a well-behaved bunch of tourists. Look, all on the line. If only were like that every day. Oh, who's this little clopper on the left? Are we going to get another refusal from a horse today? It'll be the first time I think ever I've seen 2 in one day blatantly refuse to work. That's that tri-socked horse. Clippy clopping over into the box. Look at this. Almost like the officers have glued their shoes to the line. Okay, in come the other horses. No dismount, guys, they go straight into the stables. Thank you to the people that pointed out yesterday there isn't a dismount when they are in the winter cloaks because of the absence of the scabbard. Makes perfect sense. I should have deduced that myself, to be fair. Okay, officers pushing everybody back again. Look, out of the way in the tunnel, getting ready for that relief guard to come out. We've got a good spot here. It's relatively clear. The tunnel's pretty busy. I was thinking about trying to get into the tunnel for the relief, but I think given the numbers here, it'll be more interesting to see what happens when the guard comes out after that relief has swapped over. I'm not curiously seeing any guards inside the gate. The police wouldn't have cleared the arch unless they were expecting it, unless something is off. Oh wait, here they come. Yep, they're just getting ready now, coming through any moment. I can quickly dash back along the cobbled line I'm standing on once the relief come out of the tunnel after the changeover is complete. I think that's probably the smart way to play it, because if I go and squeeze through the tourists into the tunnel now, I'm going to be stuck there and we won't get to see the other guard coming out afterward. Plus it'll actually be like the guards walking into the camera as they need to turn to, well, up my left, their right, to go into the tunnel. Here we go. 4 in the cloaks there. Splendid. How much do those cloaks jump out at? It gets the plainness of the stonework. Relief to your posts. Spectacular, eh? Go back a teeny weeny bit. Capture the light in the tunnel as they're changing over. Isn't that beautiful, the afternoon light? We called it yesterday. Magnificent, the light in the tunnel. Just watching for the new gatesman. Lovely. Right, that's the chitsman sorted. Next up, the new gatesman, who is currently in the tunnel, approaching any moment. That light again, look, just like yesterday in the afternoon. It's bathing that stonework in sunlight. Where's the relief? Okay, the relief is waiting in the tunnel. Here he comes. Super careful here, getting back. Get myself way back. It's really busy here. I can see this potentially being a bit messy. He's approaching. Here we go. Get myself way back. Oh, the officer's cleared a spot. Brilliant. He wouldn't. This chap would not have hesitated at all if needed to bellow at everybody to make way for the King's Lifeguard. There he is. Best part about getting this shift at 3 is that for this fellow and for anyone else that gets to 3 o'clock, either it's the gatesman or the chitsman, it is the shortest shift of the day. It's a 1 hour. It is the most coveted spot. Yep, 1 hour. Because we're into winter hours. Second trooper is just closing up the box. The other one's already been done. Yeah, because we're in winter hours, that final 1 hour, 3 to 4. Hey, blessed be the fruit. 1 second. Damn, we got busy at the front. What happened? Wait, look at this massive horse. Look, tossing the bit. Wow, this is a fully blazed beauty of a horse. Now, hold on a second, the blaze is going down to the left-hand side. Actually, wait, I'm not going to risk trying to look for it. I know this horse. 3 white socks and the blaze, I think. Actually, wait, I am going to risk looking for it because I'm pretty sure this is valeted. Hold on. It'd be amazing to actually recognise a horse that we've seen on here before. Scrolling through my little library. 1 second, people. Actually, I need to get to the front to see. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, look at the blaze. Nope, it's not Regent. 1 second. It's also not valet. Oh my goodness me, they've got too many beautiful horses. It's another one that's new to us all, guys. Look. Fairly distinctive, again. 3 white socks. And an enormous blaze which is falling to the horse's left. That's a real beauty, this one. You're all looking at side-eye there from the horse. Beautiful, magnificent horse. And at the other end we've also got a giant horse. Look, another 17.3 huge horse. So I almost walked into their picture. Made that done. Okay, so looking at the blaze of this one, that 3 white socks. God, spotting the lifeguard horses is virtually an impossible task. Other than Pagan, who is remarkably distinctive, and Overlord, who's so large you can't possibly get it wrong. There are so many that have got 2 or 3 white socks, and so many that have got a blaze. This one's blaze is right down the centre of its face. The other one's blaze ends over on the left. Oh, guard nodded. She said, "Is it okay to stand nearby?" He said, "Yes." I think he appreciated the fact that she asked. The guard here, incidentally, is the guard that was on the horse that had the straw. Wasn't in the mood at all. Yeah, the horse that was still eating breakfast. Horse that replaced Stubborn Holcomb this morning. It's this one here. Pretty sure this one and the other large one is not nippy. The larger horses typically are not the nippiest. Said, let's see. Here's a back. Uh-oh. I've no idea which couple of horses here today either, folks, regrettably. I haven't seen, I said I was away for a couple of hours at lunch. I haven't seen a couple of horse yet, but of course there is one here. We should get to see him, and it will definitely be a he, sorry, at the end of the day. Actually, talking about glorious horses, here come two more. Look, we had the two unicorn-like police horses. Look at this. Wow. How's about that, eh? I swear it's a bit of a beauty competition. Some of those police horses are better looking than the HCAV horses. Either that or we're so spoilt with so many HCAV blacks that any horse that isn't that HCAV black kind of stands out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay for the end of day today. Hopefully we'll get some great light as well. Bear in mind this will be the first winter cloaks, full winter cloaks, winter inspection of autumn winter 2023 for the lifeguards. We had the blues yesterday. Anybody didn't see the blues video yesterday for that inspection, guys, you don't know what you're missing. The light was extraordinary. I'm pretty sure we will not beat that today, however good it looks. I mean, a lot of people, a hell of a lot of people, look. They're kind of shuffling around though. Everyone that's here, as opposed to going right over and pestering the horses. A hell of a lot of people milling this afternoon. I'm all standing at a respectful distance. In fact, most people are even further back than I am, and I'm pretty far back. Even if it doesn't look like it on the camera. I just noticed or remembered, in fact, that the chitsman over in the arch has also just been replaced. No idea who the chitsman is. Let's have a quick look. Bear in mind there won't be a lot of time actually back at the front between now when they bring the horses back in. 30 minutes, 35 minutes tops. Yeah, here's the chitsman. I thought for a moment there actually it was the boxman from before. It's not. They look very similar. Again, good number of guards that haven't been here for some time are here today, including the gatesman behind me. As the yard stays typically busy. Both pacing at the same time actually. Gatesman's also pacing over in the other arch. Everyone much behaving themselves. I'm most interested in fact which officer will be conducting the inspection today. It will not be the same officer as yesterday. That lieutenant, I was told this morning, will not be performing today's 4 o'clock. It could be a lifeguard, or it could be a Blues and Royals lieutenant, or indeed a captain. We will see. Might, if we're very lucky, capture the arrival on horseback, if the officer is even coming on horseback today. They've been opting for chauffeur-driven vehicles recently. One, weather's pretty atrocious, and two, hey, I mean, why on earth would you want to ride over on a horse and get all your kit dirty if you could be driven over in a nice, comfy, warm car? I don't know if he's going to come back this way and go through the gate, or talk to his fellow trooper behind me. Let's see. Those cloaks really are mightily impressive, aren't they? Even on a grim afternoon like today. Cameras are all around me. The super smart tourist should wait until this happens and get a picture on the other side of the horse whilst one of the guards is talking with his colleague. Not only are you likely to capture a smile, but you'll also get a gatesman and a boxman in the same picture. Boom, straight back in. He's only got, let me see, 15. Actually, he's got 2 more rounds. Lovely. Let's hope we get at least a tourist who's brave enough to get closer on these big horses. Oh, there's one. Not for long though. She's off. How unusual is that blaze, eh? God, that's a tourist bus. They're screaming, "Oh, the horseguardsparade!" I've got a soft spot for tourists that wear red. Almost like a tribute colour scheme. But notice that most of them, look, there's a horse behind me, are staying well back. Hello. Oh, this horsey just dropped some straw on the floor. Still munching his lunch. Yeah, it really did, look. Not sure if the camera's picking that up. See the straw on the cobbles? Looking to the gates to my right and debating where I want to stand for today's inspection. I think I'll wait and see what the light is like. Bright enough, I'll stand on the line. If it's a bit gloomy in there, I will stand directly opposite the line.
Ja, ik stond paraat, dus ik kan afhalen als je wilt.
Oh, look, it's very hesitant. No one was super naughty today, even this morning, no one grabbed the reins. But the first horse that came out this morning quit. They tried super hard to get him in the box twice. It wasn't having it. They had to go back on the swap. And then the second one they brought out also had a problem. There was straw in its bit.
But from that, quite, yeah.
I mean, I was here for an hour and a half this morning and then away for 2.5 hours and I just came back. So, I mean, ish. But it's more about trying to... Today's going to be the first time in winter cloaks for the 4 o'clock inspection. So hopefully it will stay dry. It was raining earlier. A lot of people were here this morning. Everyone left because it started raining.
Was it raining again?
Yeah, it was raining very heavily. In fact, even Abdullah gave up and left. Yep.
Thank you.
Just like slowly thanking the guard. Still got bits of straw. This horse, honestly, I don't know how much straw he's got stored in his mouth, but constantly dropping pieces on the floor. Look. Still munching. I think what he did is stuff so much in at lunch so that he can continue eating all the time he's here for the last shift. Oh my goodness me, wow. This guy's got short sleeves in this weather. It's about 10 degrees, people, right now. I've got gloves on, for goodness sake, and a neck scarf. Wow. Got to be Scottish, I would think. It's very hardy. Even the guard's like, hold on a second, dude. Hey, the guys, look, we can't believe it. It's like, hold on a second, this guy's got short sleeves? Like, what? It makes no sense. And indeed, it doesn't make any sense, but hey, how's that for a vista along Whitehall? Beautiful, eh? Notice though how far back everybody is for this horse. Oh. One super enthusiastic tourist. Ta-da! Yes, that's right. The horse is so big and majestic, I don't want to get too close. I can't in all honesty say I blame them. Bear in mind I'm super far back at that. It might not look like it, but I'm 1.5 times zoomed in. It's actually a beautiful picture. I'm a bit gutted that I'm using this phone to film the video. It really is very nice. I've got the light poking through those windows at the top of the box. The way the guard's cloak is effectively vanishing into the gloom at the back of the box. Yeah, we knew there'd be a lot of magical, well-lit moments once autumn arrived, but wow, so far it's actually better than expected, and we've barely started. I can't even begin to imagine what it'd be like here if everything does end up getting covered in snow. It'll really sparkle and glisten like never before. I've never seen this place with snow, folks. So if it does happen this year, it'll be a first for me. In fact, a first for a lot of people. I don't even remember seeing any sort of heavy snow footage on YouTube anywhere. You can stand back super far and still see everything that's going on because of how bright that cloak is. I'm quite literally in the middle of the yard, look. How much does he jump out, eh? looking at the clock. It's almost past. It'll be foolish of me to leave this going on until the inspection and also through the inspection, because it'll take hours to process a video file and end up being an hour and a half long. So what I will do, ladies and gents, is I will bid you farewell. This being part 2 of what will eventually be a 3-parter today. And I will be back in the 3rd and final video. Yeah, it's actually just before 3:30. The 3rd and final video, which will be posted later tonight, will be the full 4 o'clock end of day inspection in the winter cloaks for the lifeguards. There we are. From myself and these lovely tourist guys, I will be back in the next video. See you soon, folks.